Welcome back. In today's video, we will discuss the deletion cases in the singly linked list and circular linked list. Now, we'll start with the singly linked list first. Now, in this program, if you will try to find, I have already created a function for creation of the linked list and for display of the linked list. So like I have already created two functions. One function will take care of creation of a linked list, because if you want to delete in the linked list, the linked list should be available. So creation of the linked list, a function for creating a linked list is already made available to you, and one more is a display that will just print your linked list. And now we have multiple cases, like if you want to delete a node from the beginning, if you want to delete a node at the end, you want to delete a node after the given node, or even you want to delete a particular given node. So we'll try the 4 different criteria for the deletion in this particular video. Now apart from this, if you want the descriptive lectures, like how these things are actually being done with the help of the algorithm, you can check the I button here. Okay, so we'll start now. So we'll complete the functions one by one, and then at the end we'll try to execute and see whether this thing works in the manner how it works. Okay, so first thing is, if you want to delete at the beginning, so first I need a temporary pointer, or say as a temporary pointer. So we'll take a struct node PTR, and now the PTR should point to the start. So the start is pointing to the first node, the PTR will now point to that particular node only. Now the start will move one step ahead. Okay, start will move one step ahead. It will start pointing to the next node, because we are deleting the first node itself. Okay, so now once you are done, what we can do, since we have created a node, the PTR is now pointing to the first node where the start is pointing. The start has moved to the second node. Since we are deleting the first node, we will free PTR. We'll just delete the PTR now, and then return the start. It is simple actually if you want to delete at the beginning. Now the second thing is, if you want to delete at the end, how we can perform a deletion at the end. See, one thing you should be very clear, if you want to delete at the end, we have to traverse to the last. Okay, if you want to delete a node at the end, you have to traverse to the last, and I basically need 2 pointers. In my approach, I will take 2 pointers. One is the PTR and the pre-PTR. The pre-PTR always follow the PTR. That is the simple idea. So we'll take 2 pointers, PTR. After this, the PTR should point to the start. I already said this particular loop will continue until the last, means this will stop whenever the PTR is being pointing to the last node in the linked list. Okay. After this, as I already discussed, we have 2 pointers. The pre-PTR will always follow the PTR. So assign the pre-PTR to the PTR, means whatever the PTR is pointing, the pre-PTR will point to the same thing, same node, and the PTR will move one step further. After this, once you are done till here, now whenever this loop will terminate, the PTR is pointing to the last node, and the pre-PTR is pointing to a node before the last node. Okay, so what we need is pre-PTR next is equal to null and pre-PTR. Okay, so that is the step, and then you have to return the start. Because our functions, in our function we are returning the start node, that's why every time I am returning the start. Now suppose you want to delete after a given node, suppose after a particular node, if you want to delete, how you can delete? Again, for this I need the help of a PTR and pre-PTR concept. The idea will remain same. The pre-PTR will follow the PTR. Pre-PTR will follow the PTR. Okay, after this we need a variable, okay, after which I want to delete. Okay, so I will just take a value like, okay, enter the value after which you want the node has to be deleted. Enter the node after. Okay, we have taken the value after which we want to delete. Now we'll work in such a way that currently the pre-PTR and PTR both should point to the first node in the linked list. So how we can do this in this way? PTR should point to the start. So start is pointing to the first node. So PTR will also point to the first node in the linked list, and then pre-PTR is equal to PTR. This moment PTR and pre-PTR is pointing to the first node in the linked list. Now I will just execute a loop in such a way that the pre-PTR data not equal to value. This will continue until this thing will not, we will not able to achieve. That means until the pre-PTR reaches to that particular node where after which you want to delete. I have taken a value, well, so make sure after that if you want to delete, so a pre-PTR will go to that particular node itself. Okay, so pre-PTR now once it is done, whenever this loop will terminate, what will happen that pre-PTR is pointing to that particular node after which node has to be deleted, and the PTR is pointing to that particular node. That node is actually being deleted. Okay, so it's simple now. Whatever the PTR next we have, copy it to the pre-PTR next. Pre-PTR. Okay, and after that you can delete PTR without any problem. Okay, so this is the case. You can in such case you can delete after a given node. Now suppose if you want to strictly delete a particular given node, like suppose somebody asks you delete this node, how you can delete this? It's a simple idea. So for this again I need a two temporary pointer I need. Okay, after this we'll take a variable like suppose user want to delete after this particular thing. Enter the value of the node which has to be deleted. Okay, so that's the case. After this, enter the value of the node which has to be deleted. Simple now. After this, scan the value. You have to scan that particular value that you want to delete. Okay. Once you have scanned the value, the same idea would be there, but this time we'll try one thing. PTR equal to star. Suppose the first node itself is the node that I want to delete. It's a better idea to call the delete beginning function, because we have already created the delete beginning function here. We can use this idea. If the first node itself is the node that I want to delete, how you can perform? Simple. That would be one case. In such case, what you need is basically just call the delete beginning, because we already have this function. You can utilize it here. Okay, and then return. Directly will return the star from here, and we are done. Otherwise, if this is not the case, how we can perform further? So what we need a while loop. The condition will be like until the PTR reaches to the data, okay, or the PTR next, and also the PTR next should not be null. And these two cases we have to find. First, we should get the value also, and also the PTR should not, like in finding that particular value, it should not reach to the end, because like suppose the value is not present, that will also be the case. So that we have to consider both the cases. Now simple case would be until the PTR reaches not up to the value, this loop will continue. Okay, and second condition would be, you should also consider that we have to also put up a check that if the value is present or not in that particular linked list. So that cases also has to be considered. Otherwise, something would be like the user will pass a value that is not present in the linked list. In such case, how you will delete that? Simple it is. Now again the pre-PTR and PTR concept will remain same. The pre-PTR is equal to PTR and PTR is equal to once it is done, now we'll check. Whenever this loop terminates, I am not sure for which whatever the condition, like two conditions I have. So whatever the condition this loop has terminated, suppose so I'll cross check it once. So the PTR data is equal to value this moment. Then I can continue the further step. How we can do it? Same pre-PTR next, because the PTR has to be deleted. Whatever the PTR next, the next node of the PTR should now point to the, should be present with the pre-PTR next. The linking has to be done. Okay, and then successfully deleted. Once it is done, otherwise, if this is not the case, suppose if part means you have got the value and that's why you have, this loop has terminated. Otherwise, what should be done? Else, is not present in the link. Okay, and then return. Okay, so we'll now execute this, all the four functions, and we'll see whether we are getting the expected output or not. So first I will create a linked list. It says enter -1 to end, otherwise we'll keep inserting the data. Okay, now enter the data. Suppose I want to exit -1. Now We'll see. Okay, this is working or not. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5, everything is fine. Delete a node from the beginning. So see, the node has been deleted. Let me try to verify. Okay, has been successfully deleted from the beginning. The second option is delete a node from the end. So that is this option number 4. Okay, so we'll try to display it again. Yeah, it is deleted successfully. Delete after a given node. Okay, suppose I want to delete after 3. So let me see. Now it is deleted after a given node. Now suppose you want to delete a particular node itself. Let me try the option number 6. Let me try delete one. See what happens. Element is not present in the linked list. So this case is also working fine. So let me delete something that is present. 5 elements successfully deleted. So that is the content after the all the particular criteria of the deletion. So we'll try to see it once. We have taken the values all 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 in the linked list, and then this is my linked list. After I go to the third option, that delete a node from the beginning. That is the option number 3. So beginning deletion, 1 will be deleted. Delete a node from the end. So option number 4. So 7 deleted. Delete. Enter the option number 5. The delete after a given node. So okay, I want to delete after 3. So 4 will be deleted. Successfully we have deleted 4. We are trying to display the linked list again. It is deleted. Now delete a given node. So we'll try both the cases. The number is present or not. So in this case, the first case would be like enter the value of the node which has to be deleted. So that is the 1. I want to delete node that has a value 1, but the element is not present in the linked list. So we'll try the option again. So we'll try to delete the valid data. So I'll enter the value of the node which has to be deleted. 5 is successfully deleted, and this is the remaining in the linked list. Okay, so fine. Now we'll try the circular linked list. Now for circular linked list, if you want the descriptions like how the functions will work and everything, you can check the I button here. Apart from this, for this in this particular video, we have already created a function that will take care of the creation of the circular linked list and also how we can display a circular linked list. So both the functions is created. We'll just consider the 4 functions. That is how we can delete in the beginning, how we can delete at the end, how we can delete after, or how we can delete a particular given value. Okay. So see, once it is a circular linked list, if you want to perform any operation at the beginning event, you have to go to the last. That is one criteria, because see, the last node always points to the first node. You have to consider this criteria into your mind. So every time you are deleting in the beginning event, you have to go to the last to update the pointer. So we'll need an extra temporary variable, a pointer. It will point to the first node, and then so the PTR will traverse to the last. Here the condition will change. Generally we put the null, but here because the last node points to the first node, the condition will be something like this: PTR next not equal to start. Simple now. After this, what we need is whatever the last node should start pointing to the second address of the second node in the linked list, because the first node, once the first node is being deleted, the second node will behave as the first node. So PTR next is equal to start next. Whatever the address in the start next we have, will copy to the update in the last node next part, because the PTR is pointing to that. You can delete the start, so this is the node I want to delete. After this, since we have the address of the next node, the start should start pointing to that node itself. How we can find the address of the last node? It is present in the PTR next. And then return the start. Okay. Second case would be how we can delete something at the end. So again, if you want to delete something at the end, you have to traverse to the last. That is the criteria. Now, so again, we want to delete at the end. You need two pointers. One is a PTR and one is a pre-PTR. And the same concept would be there. The pre-PTR will always follow the PTR. So one step, one node behind. So again, we'll use the same loop condition. The PTR next not equal to start. PTR and after this PTR equal to PTR next. Once you have PTR reaches to the last node in the linked list, the PTR will reach to a node before the last. Now simple step it is, whatever the PTR next is pointing, that is the first node, the pre-PTR should start pointing to that node. So pre-PTR next is equal to PTR next. And you can pre-PTR and then return start. So this is this is the idea how you can delete a node at the end in a circular linked list. Now we'll try to delete after a given node. How you can delete a node after a particular given node. So we will need two pointer concept, same. Enter the value after which the node has to be deleted. So that is the case. Now we have taken two temporary pointer PTR and pre-PTR, along with taken a value. We'll take the value from the user, that after this value you want to delete a node. Okay, scanf, take the value from the user. After this, PTR will point to the start. This means it will point to the first node. Pre-PTR will also point to the PTR. Now, while you see, the condition would be pre-PTR data not equal to value. That means we'll continue this loop until the pre-PTR do not reaches to that particular node, after which we want to delete a node. So pre-PTR is equal to PTR and PTR equal to PTR next. Pre-PTR. Simple now. Whatever the PTR next, suppose I want to receive now, since the pre-PTR is pointing to the node after which the node has to be deleted. This means the PTR is pointing to that particular node which has to be actually deleted. Now, so what the idea is, whatever the PTR next, the next node to the PTR should be directly connected to the pre-PTR node. Now, we'll check one more condition there. If PTR is equal to start, so this is important one. If the PTR is equal to start, we have not deleted yet, but suppose if the PTR is equal to the start, means the PTR is pointing to the first node itself. Suppose this is a circular linked list, this condition also has to be considered. Suppose the pre-PTR is the last node and the PTR is the first node. In such case, the pre-PTR next should point to the start. This condition is important, that you have to consider. I will repeat it once. Start is equal to see, suppose after the linking has been done, that is PTR is now pointing to the PTR next. The PTR is now has been not present. PTR next is now linking to the pre-PTR next. Now we'll check one more condition. If PTR is equal to start, because we have not changed anything. If the PTR is equal to start, whatever the pre-PTR next you have is equal to start. This means, suppose I will just try to elaborate this condition one for clarity here. See what the idea is. Suppose once you have made the changes to the pointer, PTR next. This case basically deals with like PTR is the first node itself. In such a case, like pre-PTR is pointing to the last node, PTR is pointing to the first node. After the step, this particular step, the pre-PTR has been now, the last node is connected to the second node in the linked list, circular linked list, fine. But who will update the start? Start has to be also updated, because once the first node is being deleted, the start should point to the second node that is being pointed to the pre-PTR next. So this condition is there. Connect start to second node and linked list. Connect the start to the second node in the linked list. This condition is basically for if PTR is pointing to first node. Okay, so this is the case. Once it is done, you can easily delete the PTR. You can delete 3 PTR and then return a start. Now we'll try one more case criteria, that is delete a particular given node. Okay, delete a particular given node. The idea will remain same. The small changes are there. Again, we need 2 pointers. We're taking a value like, okay, I want to delete the value of this which has to be deleted, like particular node I want to delete. This condition would be useful. which has to be deleted. So take the value from the user. After this, we'll try the same kind of criteria. If it is the first node itself, how we can consider. If you want to delete the first node, if the PTR data is equal to the value, in this case how? Just call the delete beginning function. Again the same thing. The PTR data is equal to start. What we have to do? We'll call the delete beginning function. And we'll return directly from here. Otherwise, this is not the case. How we can perform further? Else, we'll go with a loop such a way and until the PTR does not reaches to that particular node, or this is the first case, that is if the data is present. Otherwise, if the data, suppose the data is not present, once this condition also has to be considered. Okay. Now, whenever this loop terminates, we will have to again verify for which of the conditions this loop has been terminated. Either it has reached to the last node, or we find the data. So, if the PTR data is equal to value so again the same linking way would be there. Whatever the PTR next we have copied to the pre-PTR next. So the pre-PTR should point to the a node after the PTR. Okay, and you can delete the PTR from here and just put up a message that okay fine, the deletion is successful. Okay. Otherwise, if this is not the case, you have to put up else. Element is not present in the linked list. So that is the second case. Okay, and then at last we will return the start. We'll try to execute this code now. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so create a list. Okay, after this, let me display. Circular link is created. That is the data. Suppose you want to delete a node from the beginning. We'll go with the third option. Okay, we'll try the linked list again. We'll see. Okay, first node deleted. Suppose you want to delete at the end. We'll go with the option number 4. So what would be the answer? Let's display. Okay, this is the case. Delete a node after a given node. Okay, so in that case, we'll try something. Delete after 6. That is the case that I am discussing. So that's the option number 5. After which you want to, I want to delete after 6. Okay, after 6 means you are actually deleting the first node. See here, successfully deleted. Delete a given node. Okay, so we'll try to delete a given node, that is option number 6. I want to delete one element is not present. Let me delete 5. Okay, okay, then we'll try to finally see. This is the option 3, 4, 6. So that is the all about linked list deletion in the singly and the circular. Thank you everyone.